we are going to learn the balance portion of our chapter 8, that is light. That is light. Okay. What we learned in the previous class? Yes, we discussed about reflection of light. We discussed about reflection of light. What do you mean by reflection? We learned in the previous class. Yes, when a light is incident on a reflecting surface, it either gets reflected or bounces back. That is called a reflection of light. That is called a reflection of light. Okay. Then, if a reflecting surface means if that surface have a polishing surface or a smooth surface, that surface only gets reflected. That surface only get reflected. Okay. Then, for example, for a reflecting surface, we can take it as a plain mirror. We can take a plain mirror as a reflecting surface. Okay. Plain mirror as a reflecting surface. So, if a plain mirror have a polishing or smooth shiny surface. So that type of surface only get reflected. If a rough surface get deflected, but it is not a regular reflection. The reflection of a rough surface gets an irregular reflection. First of all, for taking a reflection, we need a reflecting surface. When a ray of light incident on a reflecting surface of a plain mirror is an example for polishing or shiny reflecting surface. It gets regular reflected. So, for a perfect reflection takes place only through the reflecting surface which have a polishing or shiny surface. Okay. Then another we can say that if a surface contain a rough surface, if light is incident on a rough surface, it gets reflected in a irregular manner. Okay. So only the reflection takes place. The correct reflection takes place only in a surface which have a smooth surface or only in the shiny surface. Okay. Next, what do you mean by reflection? The phenomenon of light bouncing off surfaces. The phenomenon of the light bounces back is called, or the light bounces back from a surface is called what? Reflection of light. Okay, these are things we learned in the previous class. And also what we learned in the previous class, yes, we learned about the laws of reflection. We learn about the laws of reflection. Before we are going to learn laws of reflection, first of all we have to understand what is incident ray, what is reflected ray, what is incident ray and what is reflected ray. For taking laws of reflection, first of all we need a plain surface. That is plain mirror. We need a plain mirror. Then if a light is incident on a plain mirror, that light ray is called incident ray. Then the ray of light that strikes the reflecting surface. Incident ray, the ray of light that strikes a reflecting surface incident ray. Is called incident ray. What do you mean by reflected? What is reflected ray? The ray that gets reflected from the reflecting surface. The ray that gets reflected from the reflecting surface. That is called reflected ray. That is called reflected. That is called reflected ray. This is called reflected ray. All of you understood about incident ray? The light ray that gets the light ray that strikes a reflecting surface is called incident ray. The light ray that gets reflected from the reflecting surface is called reflected ray. Then we draw a normal, that is we draw a line that is perpendicular, the imaginary line that is perpendicular to the incident ray and the reflected, that is perpendicular to the point of incidence. Point of incidence is called the. Then we draw a normal. Normal means we draw a perpendicular, we draw an imaginary line that is perpendicular to the point of incidence. That is perpendicular to the point of incidence. This is called normal. This is called normal. Okay, this is called normal. Then from this we can say about incident ray, reflected ray, normal. What do you mean by incident ray? The light ray that strikes, the light ray which the ray of light that strikes on the reflecting surface is called the incident ray, and the light ray which reflected from the reflecting surface is called the reflected ray, and the imaginary line and the imaginary line that is perpendicular to the point of incidence is called normal. Is called normal. From this we can derive the law of reflection. We can derive the law of reflection. What do you mean by laws of reflection? Yes, the laws of reflection means the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal. These three are lie in the same plane. These three are lie in the same plane. First laws of reflection means incident ray, then reflected ray, and the normal lie in the same plane. Lie in the same plane. Then another law of reflection means we can make an angle between the incident ray and the normal. That is angle of incidence. And another angle we can make, that is between the reflected ray and the normal, that is called the angle of reflection. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal because the incident ray, normal, reflected ray, these all are lie in the same plane. That the second one is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. All of you understood about it? What do you mean the incident ray? The light ray that strikes a reflecting surface is called the incident ray. Then what do you mean by reflected ray? Reflected ray means the ray that gets reflected back. The ray that gets reflected back is called the reflected ray. And the imaginary line perpendicular to the point of incidence is called the normal. Then the incident ray and the reflected ray and the normal all are lie in the same plane, and also the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection is equal. These are the laws of reflection. These are the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. All of you understood about laws of reflection? Yes. Next one, images. Next we learn about images. Next we learn about images. Okay, all of you listen here. and virtual image. Real image 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 means an image which can be obtained or which can be obtained on a screen. Real image means an image which can be an image. Real image means an image which can be obtained on a screen. Obtained on a screen is called real image. What do you mean by real image? What do you mean by real image? An image which can be obtained on a screen is called real image. What do you mean by virtual image? An image which cannot be obtained on a screen. That virtual image means an imaginary image. We can imagine that there is an image there, but it cannot be obtained on a screen. An image which cannot be obtained on a screen. An image which cannot be obtained on a screen are called virtual images. So in this chapter we learned about two types of images: real image, virtual image. The real image and the virtual image. Real image means an image which can be obtained on a screen. An image which can be obtained on a screen is called a real image, and virtual image means an image which cannot be obtained on a screen. That is an imaginary image. Okay. Next we learn about plane mirror. Yes, we learn about a plane mirror in the laws of reflection or the reflection of light. Then what do you mean by a plane mirror? The image is formed in a plane mirror. Plane mirror means a mirror which have a shiny or polishing reflecting surface. So plane mirror have a shiny or polishing reflecting surface. So it is used. The plane mirror is also used as for obtaining images. Then in plane mirror, the images formed by a plane mirror is erect. Then virtual, and is of the same size of the object. Once again, the image formed by a plane mirror is erect, virtual, and same size as that of the object. The plane mirror, the image formed by a plane mirror is erect, virtual, and same size as that of the object. So if we look in front of a mirror, how can we feel? Yes, we feel the same size, height, and same height, size of our images on a plane mirror. So it is erect. Okay, so the image formed by a plane mirror is erect, virtual, and the same size as that of the object. And also the distance between the object and the image is same. Image is same. If the distance between the object and the image is produced by a plane mirror is same. The distance between the object and the image and the object is same in a plane mirror. So the image formed by a plane mirror is erect, virtual and same size as that of the object, and same size as that of the object. Okay. So once again about laws of reflection. What do you mean by laws of reflection? Then the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal, these are lie in the same plane, and the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Then what we learn? Yes, we learn about the images. There are two types of images we learn in this chapter, that is real image and virtual image. What do you mean by real image? The image which can be obtained on a screen is called a real image. What do you mean by virtual image? An image which cannot be obtained on a screen is called a virtual images. How is the image formed in a plane mirror? Which type of image is formed in a plane mirror? The image formed by a plane mirror is erect, virtual, and it is same size as that of the object, and also the distance between the image is at the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. The distance of the image is same. The distance behind the mirror, and the distance of the distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. Okay. Next we learn about the lateral inversion. What do you mean by lateral inversion? An image formed by a plane mirror undergoes lateral inversion. An image formed by a plane mirror undergoes what? Lateral inversion. What is lateral inversion? That means the right side of the objects appears as the left side in the image. The right side of the object appears as the left side of the object. Okay. Sorry. Just the right side of the object appears. The right side of the object appears as the left side of the image. Okay, that is due to lateral inversion. That is the plane of the image formed by a plane mirror. Undergoes lateral inversion. That means the right side of a object appears as the left side of the image. Next, that is why the word ambulance is written backward on ambulance 1. So it appears in the correct order when viewed in a mirror. Through a mirror. Viewed on a mirror. Okay. So due to lateral inversion, that's why the word ambulance is written on the backward manner in the ambulance van, because it appears correct order if it is watching through or viewed through a mirror. Okay. Next one, spherical mirrors. Next we learn about spherical mirrors. Learn about spherical mirror. Next we learn about spherical mirrors. A spherical mirror means a mirror. A spherical mirror is a mirror which has the shape of a piece cut out of a spherical surface. Okay, spherical mirror means it is a piece cut out of a spherical mirror and convex mirror. Concave and convex mirror. Concave and convex mirror. Concave and convex mirror. In a concave mirror, the outer surface is painted. The concave, the outer surface of the curved mirror, the outer surface of the concave mirror is painted, and its inner surface is a reflecting surfaces. If we take a ball, then cut the ball into two pieces. Then we get two spherical mirrors. In your textbook, page number 180, figure 15.13. A spherical mirror is a part of a sphere. Okay. Then if we take first of all we take a sphere of a ball, then cut it into small pieces. Then we take a half part. Then in a concave mirror, the outer surface is painted, and the inner surface is the reflecting surface. The inner surface is the reflecting surface in a concave mirror. Okay. In a concave mirror, the inner surface of the spherical curve, inside the curve, then the inner surface is the reflecting surface, and the outer surface is not a reflecting surface, it is painted. Okay, so here we learn about the concave mirror. If the outer surface of the curved mirror is painted, and the inner surface is a reflecting surface, so then this type of spherical mirror is called a concave mirror. Then what about convex mirror? Convex mirror means the outer surface of the spherical mirror is painted, and the inner surface is the reflecting surface. So it is the convex mirror. So once again about the concave mirror and convex mirror. Spherical mirror means a spherical mirror is a mirror which has the shape of a spherical, piece cut out of the spherical surface. There are two types of mirrors, concave mirror and convex mirror. Here convex mirror means if the outer surface of the convex mirror is painted, and the inner surface of the curve is the reflecting surface, so it is called a concave mirror. And the convex mirror means the inner surface is painted, and the outer surface is the reflecting surface, that is the polishing surface. So it is taken as the reflecting surface. It is in the convex mirror. Okay, next we learn about how images formed in convex and concave mirrors. Okay, in a concave mirrors form a real, inverted and magnified image. In a concave mirror, the image formed as real, inverted and magnified images are formed in a concave mirror. The images are real and inverted and magnified means big images formed. Real, inverted and magnified images are formed in a concave mirror. Okay, when the object is moved very close to the mirror, the image formed is erect and virtual. The image formed is erect and virtual. Erect and virtual. For this, in your textbook, page number, yes, for page number 181, we can see the real images formed by a concave mirror. Real images formed by a concave mirror. Now, all of you listen here. Here, place a concave mirror. In front of the concave mirror, an object that is candle is placed, and a screen is placed behind the behind the candle. In between the screen and the lens mirror, an object is placed, that is the lighted candle. Okay, if the images formed from the concave mirror is real, it is real. Okay, then it is inverted, then it is magnified. It is a big image, it is magnified. Okay, then here also we can see that if the distance of the image is if the distance between the image and the object is increased, then the image become real, inverted and magnified. Real, inverted and magnified. Okay, then if we move the object towards really close to the lens mirror, we can see that the image is erect and virtual image. Where is the image? We cannot virtual, that is imaginary image. Then so if we close to the object near the mirror, we can see that the image is real and erect and virtual. If the object is moved near to the mirror, we get a erect and virtual image. We get an erect and virtual image is formed. Okay, next we learn about images formed, image of formation in convex mirrors. Image formation in convex mirrors. The peculiarity of a convex mirror is its inner side is painted and outer side is the reflecting surface. Okay, here in a convex mirror forms erect and virtual images. In a convex mirror forms erect and virtual images. In a convex mirror forms erect and virtual images. Erect and virtual images. The convex mirror forms erect and virtual images. Okay. So once again, all of you listen about concave mirror. Concave mirror is if the outer surface of the curved sphere is painted and the inner surface is the reflecting surface is called concave mirror. The image formed in a concave mirror is real, inverted and magnified. Real, inverted and magnified. Its image formed by a concave mirror is erect and virtual. If the object is placed near the mirror, we get a erect and virtual image. Then the concave mirror is used by dentist. Then for enlarging the image. The concave mirrors are used by the doctors and dentists for enlarging. For the images formed by concave mirror are magnified. So these mirrors are used by the dentists and doctors for enlarging the images of our eyes, then ears, nose, teeth, etc. Okay. Then we learn about the images formed by a convex mirror. The image formed by a convex mirror are erect virtual, and images that are diminished. Images are diminished. Small images are formed. Diminished. Diminished images are formed. Okay. Then that is why. So that is why the convex mirrors are used in vehicles, as it gives the smaller, as it gives the driver, as it gives the small images, or as it gives which is very helpful for the drivers to capture the images spread over a large area. To capture the images spread over a large area. So once again about convex mirror. Convex mirror, the image formed by convex mirror is erect and virtual, and also it is diminished. Then so that's why the convex mirrors are used in vehicles. It is very helpful for the drivers for driving because the convex mirror give the images spread out a large area, over a large area. Okay, what if you understood about the two mirrors, spherical mirrors? That is concave mirror and convex mirror. Okay, next we are going to learn about lenses. In your textbook, the image formed by a convex mirror is given. Convex mirror is given. Here, image formed by a convex mirror. Here, we can see that the image formed by a convex mirror is erect and virtual, and also that are diminished. Virtual, then erect and diminished. Here also we can see the use of concave mirror. So it will help the driver to capture the images spread out over a large area. So it diminishes the images. Okay. Next we learn about lenses. Okay. Next, lenses are widely used in where we use the lenses. Yes, lenses are used in spectacles. Lenses used in spectacles, telescope, then microscope, then camera, then where spectacles, telescope, then where camera, microscope, binoculars. In these devices we use lenses. So lenses are widely used by spectacles, telescope, microscope, camera, binoculars, etc. Okay. Then there are two types of lenses are present: concave lens and convex lens. First of all, concave lens and convex lens. Concave and convex lens. Okay. First, concave lens. If we touch the concave lens, those lenses which feel thinner at the middle than at the edges. Which feels thinner at the middle than at the edges. Thinner at the middle, and those lenses which feel thinner at the middle than the edges. Thinner at the middle than at the edges. So all of you listen here. Concave lens, which is middle than at the edges. So convex mirrors are thicker at the middle than at the edges. So concave lenses are widely used in spectacles, telescope, microscope, camera, binoculars, etc. So there are two types of lenses, concave lens and convex lens. The concave lenses means the lenses, those lenses which feel thinner at the edges thinner at the middle than at the edges, and convex lenses are those lenses which feel thicker at the middle than at the edges. Okay, all of you understood about the two lenses? Okay, what are things we learn in this class? Yes, we learn about mirrors and lenses. Mirrors and lenses. There are two types of mirrors, concave mirror and convex mirror. Then two types of lenses, concave lenses and convex lenses. Okay, all of you study well. So let's wind up the class. Okay, thank you. Bye.